Hello guys, it's Tyler here again, and today, if you're watching this video, you probably want to know how to solve the Pyraminx. Not only want to solve the Pyraminx, but want to solve it a little bit faster than the layer by layer method. And this method is called the keyhole. It is the keyhole method, and that will become clear why it's called that when we're doing it, because there's a keyhole. Yeah. So, um, really, I'm gonna give you. I made a great PDF on just all the algorithms and all the different cases you'll run into for the keyhole last layer. I'll just give you a great page for that, and the rest you'll learn right now. So, well, I'm just gonna walk through what I'm sort of doing right now. So I'm gonna walk through it, and yeah, and just show you kind of how it's done, and just give you a general idea of what you're doing. So let me just mix this up. And we're not going to worry about the corners right now because I think everyone can figure those out. So basically, when it's all mixed up, you're going to look for... Okay, this is a terrible mix. Lock up. Sorry, this is not my main Pyraminx. My main Pyraminx is upstairs. I was too lazy to go get it. Anyways. Okay, so now it's mixed up. You're going to start out by solving a block. So a block is like this top part. You see this top that's spun? This top part, this is considered a block. You want to start by solving two of the edges on the block and leaving one open, which will be called the keyhole. Amazing, right? Alright, so we want to solve one simply. So let's just fill these. So we look and we see that the bottom, the color that's not up here is red. So we want to ignore red and we need to find a piece without red. So we see this one doesn't have red, and we see that we can quickly turn it up like that, and that's in. So we look, they all have red, so that means we just got to switch these. So boom, we can switch this like that. And these two are filled, and this is our keyhole left open. And the reason we have a keyhole is so that we can get all of these same colors on the bottom layer where they belong. So what you do is you go around, and you'll turn that, so that's on the bottom. So red's on the bottom because that's where it needs to be. Turn that, that needs to be on the bottom. Go over here, use this keyhole again, put this on the bottom. And now at this point, we'd find the keyhole and put it back in. So we'd take this and we'd put it back in. And then, so now that blocks, you'd line it up. And then this is where we run into keyhole last layer. You'll see the last layer and you'll just do a specific algorithm to finish the last layer and it will be solved. So you will look at your sheet, which I've got a crappier version right here. I've got a crappy version that I just kind of wrote out originally. That was just kind of my original like rough draft. I'm like, what I'm gonna do, and you would look and you'd find out which one it is, just so you can do it. So you'd see that it's the one where the side is filled in, and this piece needs to go down here. So then you perform the algorithm, which is L prime U L U prime, and that will solve the Pyraminx. There we go. So that's what you do when you're learning it. But of course, I mean, I kind of know the algorithms already, because otherwise I'd be a horrible teacher, and you'd be learning from someone who's useless. So let's go through that again. Okay, so we look and we'd see this one's already got two completed. So this block's already got two completed, and we just need to look. So we see this piece here. We see that the only color not on this block is blue. So we know the bottom is blue. So we'll use the keyhole real quick to make the bottom blue. So we'll move it here to put this on the bottom. Move it here, put this on the bottom. So now the bottom's got all its blue. And now we need to insert this. So we find the one that doesn't have blue. This one doesn't have blue. And at this point, this is where you need to learn. So you can intuitively, you probably can figure out how to twist these corners and put them in the right spot. So I'm not worried about that. You can definitely do that. If you can't, well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure everyone can. But whatever. So then we just put these in, and I'm pretty sure you can just figure that out because it just involves, oh, look, it's here. Let's put it there. Yeah. So that's fairly simple. So I'm not really going to go over that since this is more of an advanced method anyways. So then we find the keyhole. So we know it's not going to have blue on it. So boom, we see it right here. So we see it's here, and what you do is you line it up with the color that's on the bottom. So you see how it's green and yellow. You line it up with the yellow, what's on the bottom. You line up with that center, and then you'll perform the following algorithm. If it's here, you'll push it away, so you do L prime. Then you'll do R prime, and then you do L R. And that'll insert it without screwing anything up. Then we line it up, and it's lined up. But anyways, let's make something else a keyhole. Let's make this one the keyhole. Okay, this is the other case on the second layer. And you'll realize that it needs to go here, and it's just the inverse algorithm. And it'll be R, L, R prime, L prime. And then that's inserted, and it just happened to solve itself. But otherwise, now you do the last layer case. And so now I'm going to go through the last layer cases. Okay, so for the first case, it just happens to be this one. So this one needs to go down here. I don't know why I flipped that. It's right there. So this one needs to go down here. And this one's just a common sledgehammer, which is R prime, L, R, L prime, which is right here. This one needs to go down here, and it's not filled in. And this one's not filled in. And this one is filled in. So then we do a sledgehammer. Okay, this case, if you look at it, this one needs to go down here. This one's filled because it's all blue. These two are not filled. So this is, I don't know what the name is. I call it the Anti Sledge because it's a sledgehammer but the complete inverse of it. So I named it the Anti Sledge because I just happen to be awesomely creative. So the Anti Sledge. So it's right here. It's L, R prime, L prime, R. Boom. That will solve that. Okay, this case is the anti or counterclockwise one. So you'll notice this one needs to go here, this one needs to go here, and this one needs to go here. So it's rotating anti-clockwise. And here's the algorithm. It's the sledgehammer, so it's R prime, L, R, L prime. And then it's L prime, U, L, U prime. And that will solve that one. This case is the opposite of that one. It is the clockwise one. So this one needs to go here, this one needs to go here, this one needs to go here. So it's rotating clockwise. So that's this one. Use the anti-sledge, and then you do this algorithm. So it's the anti-sledge, and then you'll do this one, which is R, U, prime, R prime, U. And then that will solve that case. This case right here is basically, this one's in the right spot, but it needs to be flipped. This one's in the right spot, but it needs to be flipped. You hold it like this, and then you do this one, which is the anti-sledge, and then U prime, R, U, R prime. Okay, this case right here is, this piece is filled in, but it needs to go down here, and this one's not filled in. So these two aren't filled in, this one is filled in, and it needs to go down here. So basically, what you do is this algorithm right here. R, U prime, R prime, U. Okay, this case is this one. So these two are not filled in, this one is filled in, and this one needs to go down here because this one is blue and green and needs to go down here. So that is this algorithm. It is U prime, R, U, R prime. Alrighty. This case right here, this piece is filled in, and it needs to go down here to the spots that aren't filled in. So these two are not filled in. This one is filled in, and it needs to go down here. So that would be this case. And that would easily be solved by doing L prime, U, L, U prime. Okay, this case is just like the last case that we did up here, where these two are not filled in, and this one is, but the left one needs to come down. So that's this case, and that can easily be solved by another simple 4-move algorithm. They're all very simple algorithms. The most is 8 moves. So, and then that can be solved by U, L prime, U prime, L. And I believe that's the last one. So, again, just a quick overview. So you didn't forget. You can just go through it again. Whee! Okay. We find one. So this one's pretty much complete. It just needs one more. We can look around in our 15 seconds or whatever and notice that this one needs, no, not that one. What am I doing? What are you doing, Tyler? Okay, so we realize this one needs to go here, so we can easily insert like that. And then when we leave this keyhole open, and we know that yellow needs to be on the bottom. So we know yellow's here, so we can easily go, boom, make this yellow on the bottom, boom, make this yellow on the bottom. That just happened to insert this one, but otherwise you take the keyhole, insert the keyhole. Then we flip that, line up with the centers. We notice the case. We realize it's this case up here where this one needs to be flipped. This one needs to be flipped in the same spot. So we do the Anti Sledge, and then we do that. So that is how you solve the Pyraminx with the keyhole method. I really hope this was helpful, and I really think the PDF I will supply will be very beneficial to you, because it was kind of hard learning this in the first place without anything but a voice, because I know it's a lot more helpful for me when I can just, look at a piece of paper and see, like, okay, it's this case, so I needed this algorithm, so I can just, connect the two in my head instead of just having to go back and be like, wait, which one was that, and go back in a video, click on this time, and be like, oh, so we said it again. Then you got to keep going back and finding them. It's really tough. So this made it a lot easier for me, and I hope it makes it a lot easier for you. And thank you for watching. I really hope. Congratulations on being able to solve with the keyhole method, though. It's pretty impressive. Sort of. Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. Alrighty. See you guys later.